What's this? Let me just click it and see what the hell this is. Even if you just did that, I appreciate it. Checking us out. We do this every Monday. Every Monday. It's the local Arizona hash. We put on for our city, we put on for our state every Monday. It's the one, the only, the Monday Hash Live.
Monday.
We've been new to Twitter as of last week and going forward since Instagram has once again been on the attack. Typically people watch us on Twitch, but we're adding any means. If you watch the replay, you're going to be watching us on YouTube most likely. But welcome. Today we have a great episode, a company from the much talked about Arizona Power 5. We have one of those on today's show. We have 2 of their jars. We actually have 4 of their jars, but we're going to be doing 2 today and stretching the other 2 into other episodes. So a little behind the scenes for y'all already tuning in.
Nice.
I pee like 8 times today. Jesus H.
AZ Oil Gang, what up?
AZ Oil Gang in the house. I love seeing my people in the chat. I love it. Actually, funny story. Can they hear me?
Yeah.
Funny story. Before we got here, I met up with some people, and they got some terps. And what did they say? They said, "We can't wait to see you on Monday Hash Live. We're gonna be smoking your terps while we watch you."
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's
So
sick.
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
We're here.
Yeah, we're here. Welcome.
Welcome
to the Hash of Mondays.
That's right. It's Monday Hash Live with your host, AZ Dank, the Seal Cracker, and my co-host, producer, cameraman, the one, the only, the IG Hashington. This is the tag team duo that reviews the local Arizona hash every Monday, most Mondays. We've been on a string of some pretty big hype episodes, good viewership, but really just hype jars of hash, important jars of hash in the Arizona scene. And we're continuing that today. We've been covering some of those Power 5 companies we so often talk about. Well, today we will be showing you a full episode of one of those Power 5 companies, Smacks Hash.
Smacks.
Now, shout out Smacks, so you all know watching, Smacks actually made this episode possible. Maybe you watched last week and you heard us talk about how much I've been spending over the course of the last couple episodes. So shout out Smacks for making this episode possible. We've got 4 jars to cover, 2 today and then 2 at later dates. Super stoked. We did put a vote on the Monday Hash Live page to see which jar, one of the jars we'd be covering, and you guys did put it to a vote. I'm not going to make you wait, but one of the strains we will be reviewing today is the Animal Star Cookies. Animal cookies crossed with Star Dog. The one thing I want you guys to note that I'll be probably mentioning a few times throughout this episode, this is one of my favorite jars Smacks has ever done. I haven't had it in a while, but 2-3 years ago, it was a top 10 jar of mine of any jar I had. So this strain is near and dear to my heart. You guys voted for it. I wanted to push it, but you guys voted for it, so we will be covering that one today. And then him and I, and maybe with the discussion of you guys, will be deciding what other jar we cover.
See a couple things. So,
Thank you.
couple shout outs. AZ Oil Gang, thanks for tuning in for the first time. Dog, was it Dan Zigo 420? Shout out to him. Quality, what's up? Y'all getting the wrong? Are we getting the new drop of the waving cat? I have been hitting.
Yes.
I've been hit up by it. Yes.
So you guys know, today is Smacks Hash, Power 5. Again, speaking of the Power 5 though, I'm so glad you asked. 1000% we will be covering. I'm pretty sure next week's episode I will have one waving cat jar to go with one of these Smacks jars, but we will be I'll be attaining 2 of these Smacks jars. We will be putting them to the test. They are a Power 5 company. Major drop today. Shout out them, because they pretty much are out of terps already.
Hell yeah.
But they did say they would save me the jars I requested. So shout out for that. Shout out Monday Hash Live. Shout out Smacks. Shout out Waving Cat.
Shout out Mary's for letting us chill
Yes,
here.
shout out
stream.
Mary's. Much
Awesome.
better internet. Every Monday now, you should be able to watch us uninterrupted, very clear. My man even upgraded our camera once more. So once again, every week we're trying to up it and make it better. This is a very big episode this week. So
And shout out to Yo Dabba for letting us with that camera, right? Peace.
oh yeah. Shout out Yo Dabba because he hooked us up with a different camera to upgrade our shit. And that's what we're always trying to do is upgrade the shit. So
Yeah.
today we are covering Smack's Hash. Now for those that are not familiar with Smack's Hash, you hear me saying Power 5 this, Power 5 that, you might have no clue about them. Little bit of background about Smack's Hash. They're gonna be one of the 3 legacy or black market companies on the Power 5. They are gonna be compared to Waving Cat and Sawal Solventless. Those are new AZ hash companies just starting to do their thing. Smacks has been around. They're the one tried and true black market Arizona company that I've been getting for years, that have maintained a standard for years. Now they've gone through some changes, they've gone through different strains and this and that, but yet they're still here. So kind of to me, not an exact comparison, but Smacks is kind of Arizona's black market Grow Science.
We're not gonna say that.
In the fact that how long they've been doing it and how long the quality's been.
Yeah, that's the only reason why.
Well, first off,
If you know, you don't know, you shouldn't know.
well, first off,
We're not gonna do that.
Grow
We're not gonna
Science
do
is-
that.
No, Grow Science has had their patches too of bad strings, so it is what it is.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not
I know
what
what
I
you
mean.
mean. They're the most comparable off of how long they've been doing it and how long they've been in the Arizona hash scene. That's what I mean.
Yep.
You know, they were the Power 2 before there was a Power 5. Is kind of what I'm getting at. So, so if you don't know about them, they've been working on strains for years and years and years. And as I said, that Animal Star Cookies is one of them. I'm curious to see how it holds up and if it's still as fire as I remember it. What do you know about Smacks? What would you like to mention about Smacks? And have you tried the Animal Star Cookies?
I haven't tried the Animal Star Cookies.
Okay.
Out of the lineup that you presented, the one that I'm so much familiar with, and I think all of Arizona is familiar with, is the Peach Pit. All right, I've seen that Peach Pit go through Smacks for about damn near a year and a half, damn near 2 years they ran that strain, which applause to them. A lot of companies, a lot of hashers, they try to hone in one strain. So hey, I'm not mad at it. I was tired about it, but like I'm glad to see it on the show again. I'm glad to see their full lineup. I've heard a bunch of great things about them, and from their past, like multiple different hashers through different companies. You know, it doesn't matter. They still bring the quality. They're still there. Like we're gonna fucking smoke some good hash today. It's fucking awesome.
I love that you said that. Just to point out, I'm so glad you brought that up. We've reviewed Smacks on this show. Obviously, they're Power 5. Last season, we did review the Peach Pit. It was not, so you know, the peach one. We reviewed, he has 3 cuts of this.
Okay.
That's why this one's kind of special for us. Last season, we did the grape GMO.
Okay, see, and that's what I say about honing in a peach pit. So
Yep.
that's awesome.
So
That's
this
awesome.
one specifically is the Peach Pit number 8. It's the peach GMO crossed with peach pie. And that's been one last year. A lot of locals said this was the best local jar. We never got our hands on it, so it's awesome that we have it now to put it to the test this year. And then 2 other strains we do have as options. We have the Super Booth, which damn near every Arizona company has the Super Booth, it seems like. And then we have the Biscotti, one I'm very familiar with but never had from them. Very curious of their rendition. For sure, we're doing the Animal Star Cookies throughout the show. Maybe after we do the Animal Star, we'll decide what the second jar is.
Did you, when you read this Biscotti, did you read the label?
I didn't.
No? Okay, so you want me to go with this now, or minutes? Okay, so not to mention that they have a sample from Monday Hash Live on there. The strain from the Biscotti is a connected clone only cut.
Oh.
Yeah, so here, I'll show you
Oh,
guys. So we'll go to the little hash cam for y'all.
Yes,
You guys are
love
still
it.
here. Right.
Real Azul says the number 8 is their favorite. The Real Don Muha says, you guys make me want a YouTube vlog and Twitch. The GOATs. Sir High says, sounds and looks great. Love hearing that. It should be that way from here on out, my man.
Damn it, I wish you guys can zoom it in, but my quality on that one, I guess, is booty. But it's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Any comments? I see obviously the number 8 is your favorite. Any comments about Smacks? Anything that you guys want to add in the chat? Like I said, this is probably one of my favorite Arizona companies just because of how long they've been doing it. They've been putting on for Arizona for quite some time. It's always been the same grow source, and my man is a master. I followed him for a long time, even before they were making hash out of this flower. So, yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Do you have an extra dab tool?
Do I have an extra dab tool? Let me check for this guy if I have an extra.
Go to that room right there. Go to that room right there. Oh, you do? No. Yeah. Yeah. If I pass out, put my hash in the fridge, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah! Ta, ta, katana! Ta, ta, ta!
Oh, yes. You know we have fun on this show. I think I only got that camera. I'm gonna sword you guys. Okay, cool. I had to sword the camera. We are. I am a straight child. Their melt is great if you can get it. We're not really melt guys. I see Grow Sciences out here with melt. Obviously, Smack's doing the melt. I'm not saying we're not going to bring melt to the show, but it's not a thing you'll see a lot. Cause
I love melt. We've done melt. We tried to be melt boys. Yeah. We honestly tried to be melt boys, but it's just I like cold pure or fresh press. Like they have to deal with the cleaning and the ritual, which I guess it pays off, but it's just a lot. It's a lot.
It's like most growers, hashers, keep the 6-star melt for themselves.
Bangers get dirty too quick.
That's one of my big things. But yeah, there's most of the hashers keep the 6-star, and then when you're talking Arizona, I mean,
it's 115 degrees out.
I don't know if I've ever seen 6-star hash in Arizona. Like, I've seen people claim it, I just don't know if I've seen it.
I've smoked 5-star.
Yeah, I've smoked 5-star for sure. But yeah.
Dirty bangers make me cringe.
Should we talk about at all, or should we save it maybe end of the episode? Should we talk at all right now about last week's episode, about the solventless refinery, any of that? Should we save it for the end? Should we touch on it in the beginning?
Let's just do it now, because if I smoke, I'm just going to say some outlandish shit, and I don't want to.
Okay, that's another thing. You don't even know.
I don't want to.
The audience, some of the audience has donned you the Simon Cowell.
That was
of
you.
Monday Hash
You
Live.
are more of the...
I promise you, this is what they
I'm
say.
brown.
People
I'm
tell
brown.
me that I've been watching on the internet some people saying
brown.
you are the Simon Cowell as far as how your tone is.
My bad. I got you guys.
The anger that you bring to some of your reviews. See, look,
it's not
Hashington
anger.
is Simon.
It's not anger. It's more of passion. All right. Don't sell me mid and tell me it's 5-star. All right. Don't charge me $70 and then tell me it's legit. And don't make me drive an hour away to tell me it's 5. Okay. It's not my tone. I'll change my tone all day long. But it's just like, what do you want me to do? Just pretend?
I love it. I love it.
I love it too. Let's do it.
So last week's episode was a doozy. It was obviously my account had got taken, and then we new accounts, and then we had a doozy of an episode. We have the solventless refinery NB Farms episode. I saw a lot of people, a lot of different stuff. So more has hit the market. They have now moved to Sunday Goods.
They have dropped that Sunday Goods.
You can get it at Sunday Goods, so it wasn't just, as small of a drop as we were complaining about. They heard our complaints. They put more onto the market so that you guys could try it. There are a few people I saw that did enjoy the jars, but a very minuscule few.
Bien poquitos, amigos.
And overall, I did get one bit of info from them. I wish I had it all in my head right now, but essentially, to kind of wrap it up into a ball, Envy Farms and Solventless Refinery are, I think, together. They're like, even though they're separate, they are working together in cohesion. So it's like, it's all one. I don't know if the next jars will be under the Envy Farm and the Solventless Refinery, but they did tell me that, like, to stop, like, they're not separate, they're together. So.
Para los que no saben, Solventless Refinery, Envy Farms, dos meats juntos son super meats.
Yes, super.
Super.
That episode, great episode. Both jars were a letdown. These jars might not have as much hype as those jars, but that's just because Solventless Refinery doesn't drop a lot. So when you get your hands on it, it creates this even more of a big, you know, you've been waiting and waiting. Smacks, they've been doing their thing, so there's not as much hype on it, but I want to let you guys know, you should be putting as much hype on it, because quality-wise, these guys are one of the best, and like I've said throughout the early part of this show, they've been doing it for years, so yeah.
Sí se puede.
Definitely if you can find or get your hands on Smacks, worth a try, but we're going to review some jars for you today, so if you know what to grab, what not to grab, we think and what not. So let's get into it. Let's get into the first jar. Unless someone said something.
I like this stuff when he outsourced. I mean, I didn't try Solventless. I didn't try it.
Oh.
Solventless outsourced.
Well, Alien Labs.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. It wasn't. I think there was 3 of them that we tried, and we only liked one. And I liked the Melonade because it was like Alienade. Yeah, 'cause they had Melonade.
Alienade, exactly.
Yeah.
The Alienade was fire. The grape, Galactic Grape was mids, like a 6-7, and then the Red Planet was like a 7 also. AZ Hash just falls short. It has been falling short, but in the more recent, if you can get your hands on, other than Solventless Refinery, some of these Power 5 drops. I'm looking at, if you missed the start of the show, Waving Cat just had another drop today of new strains. You're tuning into the show for Smacks Hash, so there's a bunch of new Smacks on the market that, you know, they keep growing. So if you like the Biscotti now, it'll be around later type thing, you know. So that's what's nice about Smacks is you can continually get these strains. It's not, hey, I found this and I'm never gonna get it. That's another thing I want to harp on Solventless Refinery Envy Farms. They did tell me that, I forget how he said it, but basically, like, the Grunts and Oishi aren't gonna be around. They're gonna move on to other.
That's good.
Other stuff.
Good.
Well, yeah.
Good. Definitely should. I mean, hey, no, that's one of the things I don't blame them. Definitely move on from the 2.
I do want to say, if Sir High is here and anyone listening, I know a lot of you have the problem with me putting Solventless Refinery in the Power 5. One thing I've been wanting to note, the whole reason, like, it's not just me. Alien Labs wouldn't have put Solventless Refinery in a fucking battle box. He wouldn't have chose him as the other hasher. So for everyone coming at me, it's not just me. Obviously, the guy has a reputation and da-da-da. So you're not going to not put one of the best hashers in the battle box, potentially.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I did want to say that.
Yep, okay, can we smoke some hash now?
We can smoke some hash. Let's smoke some hash. Waving Cat is A1 quality. It is. They're new at it, and you know they're slowly dropping more and more genetics, and that's what I love seeing. That's what I love seeing out of all of the Power 5. And that's another thing. It's not always just quality. It's you know, the battle box stuff. It's the streets talking about you. It's you bringing exotic genetics in the jars. Yes, I know you need to make the jars fire exotic, but still, just working on different genetics and doing it, all this stuff. So I commend everyone in the Power 5 for doing those types of things, continually working on genetics, continually working on their craft, continually trying to bring us hype stuff.
Yeah.
Having said all that, you guys voted on our page, and you voted one of my all-time favorite Smacks strains, the Animal Star Cookies. The first jar we're going to be cracking today from Smacks Hash, Animal Star Cookies, Animal Cookies crossed with Stardog. This sample is for Monday Hash Live. I'll let you do the honors, since you've never smelled this one.
Which one is this one?
This one is the Animal Star Cookies. It is one of my favorites from them. It was a top 10er from me 2 years ago, and that was a top 10er, like, in general. I love it for its gas. Oh, I can smell it from here. Gas. She a gassy bitch.
Can't see it, but you know, she wow.
Yeah, boy.
Smells like fire.
Daddy Berserky in the building! Love seeing the homies. Okay, Animal Star Cookies, one of my favorites from 2 years ago. Smacks Hash. Yes.
Happy
Yes,
Cinco de
yes,
Mayo, everybody.
yes.
Shout
Yes,
out
yes,
to Tucson.
Cushman's doughy dessert gas.
That was fun. Back.
A little bit of, on top you have the petrol. It goes for me between a Cushman's and like a San Fernando Valley OG. It's been years since I've had the strain, but for what I can remember, it's pretty spot on. Because if you guys didn't know, San Fernando Valley OG, one of my favorite OGs. Anytime something reminds me of that, I just love it. It's not full-blown SFV, but it has SFV components, Kush components, Cushman components, Gorilla Glue type components. It's gaseous with a cinch of dessert. It's not going full-blown dessert or anything, but it's got almost a cookie-ish. It's got some cookie-like, you know, doughy gas vibes that I fuck with personally. Very excited for this one. Obviously, if it was my favorite 2 years ago and it delivers, it's gonna be another top contender.
Like Kenny to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
Kenny.
yeah, 100%. I get, along with San Fernando Valley OG, based, or kind of going off his chem, I also get Fire OG, SFV OG, Chem.
I see you get the
Cushman's.
SFV. I don't smell the Cushman's from there, but I smell the Chem and the SFV.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
I'm
Do
excited.
this. Fuck,
yes.
I've been dabbed all day. I've been up and down the fucking. I've been all over Phoenix today.
It could be louder, but it is loud. And once we dig into it, I'm very curious how it gets going.
Oh shit. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was one of our favorites to smoke for flavor and the high. It's super heavy smoke.
Hope,
Right, so
oh,
must
hell
be one
yeah.
of them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope you guys sick. So, I mean, I don't know how long you've been watching. Obviously, this has been one of my favorite strains over the past years as a local strain. Awesome that they're still making it, and awesome that even 2 years later it's still holding. From what I can remember, like damn near the same type of vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked that he gets to try it. He doesn't like the same stuff as me, so we'll get to see kind of the counterbalance.
That's a lie, because if you notice on my power ranking, I have more gas than I do fruit.
100%.
Yeah, so
No, yeah.
yeah,
Which I like.
Yeah.
You didn't let
I didn't
you
let.
haven't let what you like change
Change
the
my
bias
rating, yeah.
of the jar, which
No.
is essential.
If it's fire, it's fire. And I'm a
Exactly.
fruit guy. You know,
Exactly.
Why the fuck did GMOZK land on my number one last year?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
All right. Cheers.
All right, so get your dabbers ready, your Puffcos, whatever you got. We're going in on the first jar of the day. Shout out to Smacks Hash for making it happen. Shout out to everyone that voted for the Animal Star Cookies. This is for you. We'll discuss, him and I and you guys, what the second jar will be. And then the other 2 jars will be held for other episodes to go to like head to head with some other companies.
Am I allowed to talk about the next waving hat shit?
Yeah.
About how one of them is like a really medicinal one?
Which one?
Did he tell you?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm spilling the beans, waving cat, but from what I've been, high CBD, CBD, baby. Right,
High
they're
CBD.
coming out with high CBD rosin.
Which one?
They're one of their cuts. I can't remember. I'll have to look back. But I'm super interested. High CBD rosin. I don't know. I like CBD
The
in
sour
my shit.
candy. That's the one I ordered.
That's what's
Oh, the
up.
fresh press. Good. I didn't order the fresh press. I didn't order the fresh
You
press.
need to order it.
Nah.
I'm gonna outsource him. We're gonna try it. We're gonna get fucked up on
Fresh
CBD.
press only. Is the CBD, you mean? Fresh press only is the CBD, or?
Oh, it might only be
'Cause
coming
no,
in the
I saw it. I saw it as cold cure. I ordered it as cold cure. Wait, really?
Correct. See?
I thought I ordered cold cure.
No,
Who
'cause-
is that? There's two.
The
Oh,
real
there is
Zoo.
two. No, he's saying there's two. Yep,
Okay.
yep.
But they're all fresh press.
No.
Just saying that.
No. He. See,
CC, okay, CC fresh press. Well, I'm gonna drop money so you can get the high CBD one.
Okay.
All right, because I'm down for some medicinal rosin. All right, you call me crazy, but I'll take a little CBD in my rosin. If it's still,
I'm not
it's
against
still
it.
high THC.
I know. Wait, what?
It's still high THC. It's THC and CBD. It's not just CBD. High CBD sounds good
So
for the
everyone
mind
knows,
and body.
including Hashington, the only reason I really didn't choose the Fresh Press is for one reason. It had nothing to do with the CBD. It's because
You just don't
Fresh
like
Press
Fresh
you
Press.
can't smell.
Yeah, we just can't.
That's the only reason. It's a harder thing to judge.
Y'all see that? That was scary, huh? Good for the body and the mind.
All right. Just in case you're just tuning in, we're about to go in on our first jar of the day from one of the Power 5 companies off of our Power 5, Smacks Hash. One of my favorite jars from a few years ago. We're going in on the voted for Animal Star Cookies, Animal Cookies crossed with Star Dog. I'm familiar with both those strains, and I'm familiar with this one in general. I'm very excited. This one is so up my alley. Like it's so me. The question is how much do I love it compared to how much I loved it, 2 years ago? I'll say 2 years ago I feel like it was even gassier, but
That got
we're-
more cookie doughy.
See?
Like, so
I knew
doughy.
it. I knew
That's
there
so
was cookie
fucking
in there.
fire.
I knew it. I smelled cookie. I feel like it's more cookie, less gassy, but still gassy, and it was still cookie back in the day, but it's just like more cookie.
Ah, I'm excited for this shit. No, that's $5.90. The pillar holds some heat. Fucking Darby pillar, like no better. We're about to go in.
First jar of the day,
Animal Star cookies.
Animal Star cookies from Smacks Hash. They've been around for years. One of the few companies I've talked about when people ask me, "Oh, what's on the Arizona black market?"
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. I still got time, unfortunately, but I'm gonna let it go lower. All right, we're just crossing 5:30. Cheers to my people.
Very doughy. Little chemi on the back end. Like you said, cushy. I want to taste the cushy, but it's like very much like more like just that. Like Kush would just like raise his balls over the fucking shit. So it leans SFB and chemi. Which is fire. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh. First jab of the day. got me fucking sweating. Got me sweating all over. Rock.
It's very bright high. Like I'm fucking wired right now.
Rock.
Like usually like those fucking
My lungs, they're seizing.
like I'm
In a good way. That's good. That's lung lock.
fucking jacked.
My eyes can't open.
I can.
Can't open.
I can.
I feel it in my eyes a lot.
These effects are definitely
These
different.
lights are like that effect right now in my eye. The light is so bright. The light is so fucking bright every time I open
So wired. Nice.
my eyes. Oh my god.
This is great.
Okay, so
This is great.
I couldn't quite make out what Hashington said. At first I thought he was saying it was cushy.
Nah,
Then I thought he was saying it wasn't cushy.
it's so I see where you see the chem. It's like barely in there. It leans more. No, I see where you see the kush.
Kush.
Yeah, it's barely in there, but I think it's more chemi and more SFP. Very doughy.
Okay,
I
that's
love
where
the dough.
I disagree with his first part, and then I agree with his second part. Because to me, SFV is cushy, so it is what he's saying. It's chem and SFV, but to me it's very chemi kush. It loses the dessert. Like it's not as doughy. Not that the nose was crazy doughy or anything, but like it loses the mint in the dough. But to his early point, I feel like the chem comes out a lot. The chem dog comes out a lot. Oh, nice. Well, made me coughing up a fucking. Oh man. Oh, I'm still recovering.
The recovery.
Okay. Hey, listen. Everyone is now wondering what Simon thinks.
It's good tips.
Check. Clip that. Clip.
I'll change the tone. What tone do you want me to change it to? Lower or higher?
What?
Yeah, I'll change the tone higher.
So the track felt good,
Oh
but
my
you know,
God,
I
I'm
said
too high.
for me, I personally won't totally pick up the job. I'm just kidding. No, it's a good tip. I can put it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7.9. Close to an 8. Only because I like the chips. I like that feeling. It was more of a high of a head high, so not more of a down high. So it's a pretty good one. I think it's a good one.
Better tone. Fuckers. 7-8.
That fucked me up. I'm so fucked up right now, guys. I think I'm having a heart attack.
It's a great
What's
head
happening?
high.
He
It
just
is a
turned
great
that high
head
into a
high.
sativa for me.
That's what I'm saying. It's a great sativa.
It wasn't.
I don't know why you're
That
so
voice,
down. I'm
that
jacked.
voice thing just.
It's like I'm the star of the show
I'm
today.
fucked up right now.
Whoa, you have a booger going on too. Sorry guys. Is this thing on? That's funny. Thank you for everyone tuning in. We did the first dab of the Animal Star cookies. I'm gonna go ahead and almost hit it at an 8.
You know what's wild? I haven't even told him this, and I haven't even told Sir Hi this, because I didn't feel like there was because I never tune into his show live. I always watch it after, so there was not a good moment.
What?
I agree with Sir Hi.
What?
He lit you a few weeks ago, like a month to like 3 weeks ago. I noticed it too, Sir Hi. He's taken on he's gotten aggressive with it. That's all. He's
Hey,
He's
I was
keeping it real.
Happy
he's
behind
keeping it
the
real.
camera, okay?
He's keeping it
I was
real.
happy
And this
behind
brings
the
me
camera.
to my last point about this. For anyone not up to the thing, a few people were saying that he was becoming the Simon Cowell of this show. Anyways, to my last personal point about this, I did notice it with what Sir High was saying, but I was fucking jealous.
What the fuck does
Because
that
just
mean?
like you were saying at the beginning, I thought I thought I was Simon Cowell. Two, I don't know. I think that's a compliment because Simon Cowell, though he's aggressive, he keeps it fucking real, and that's exactly what Ashington's been doing. I've just always been doing that. I feel like, but I do feel like you got a little, you like to throw some like jabs.
You said, hey, come on the show, and I'm like, who's gonna run the camera?
And I'm
Run
like,
it from
the
this
camera's
side, and I
gonna
go,
run the
cool,
camera.
cool. I gotta do two things.
You're Paula Abdul. I know. I was gonna say that earlier. You stole my line.
Paula Abdul.
I'm easily the Paula Abdul. I want to be the Simon though. That's the thing.
That's good. All right.
Okay, I'm high as hell. If you couldn't tell, my shit wasn't a sativa high. That voice he did something to my autoimmune. I'm like wired now.
Wiring. That was a good
Enjoyment rating.
I just 8. I did
You gave
8.
yours an 8?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I went 7-9, but I was like, you know what? 8.
Okay. It was so long ago. I feel like I gave it an 8-9 2 years ago, and it ended up as a top 10. Maybe I gave it a 9 something, maybe not. But my mind says 8.9 is what I had given it the year that I was obsessed with it. I might even got 2 jars. For me, it's not as great as I remember because it's not quite the exact gas I love, and maybe that we've only taken one dab. That one dab wasn't as desserty as I would like. It was gassy, but it was super gassy, but it just wasn't necessarily enough like sweetness. It was a lot of gas, a lot like more petrol. But I still stand by Chem SFV. So, anyways, enjoyment rating. I'm gonna go 8-1. 8-1 for me.
Solid.
It's definitely gonna be a high ranking jar on the power ranking.
With the classic.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. My remembering of it, I thought it was going to. I was like, the top 3 better be, fucking
What a
putting their
Power
boots
5,
on,
yeah.
but no. The solid jar, I'm gonna be. We have more of it. I'm gonna like to take it at different temps and see what it's like. But solid ass jar. If you like cushion gas, solid ass jar. Okay. You gave it an 8. I gave it an 8-1. I'm so flipping high. I know I say that every episode though. It's a more sativa freaking high. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying.
Because you though, don't ever do that voice again. Okay, so now for those that didn't tune in or not following the page, whatever, we did the vote. We let a quick little 2-hour vote in. The Animal Star cookies won. I didn't actually want to do that one today, but you guys voted it. Now, I don't know how we're gonna decide, but we have the biscotti. God, I'm so high. I'm like shaking. The Peach Pit number 8, which is the Peach Cut GMO. And Super Boof. Arizona's Super Boof, which obviously that one you put to the test to all the other Super Boofs.
I'm enticed between Super Boof and Biscotti.
Let's talk this out, everybody.
Yeah. Put it on a vote.
So, no, but what? I want to
why?
hear your thoughts.
So
You said
I love
what?
Super Boof. I said Super Boof and Biscotti. Those
That's what
are
you're
the ones I
between?
wanted. And then you already know why I wouldn't want to do the peach bit because I've had it multiple times. But again, it's the GMO cut, which I hear is good stuff.
The Peach Cut.
The peach cut, yeah. But I'm a huge fan of Super Boof if it's done right and not just chop cherries. If it's done right and not just chop cherries.
Peach ginger boof biscotti. Okay, here's mine. Mine.
But I want biscotti because it's a connected only cut.
The super boof to me is boring. So it could be saved for another episode. No, but we're gonna talk this out all together. So it's my least interested one. But actually, I personally want to take the Peach Pit number 8 off because I want to save it to go head to head on another episode.
Everyone's voting biscotti. Biscotti, everything saying biscotti. Everything saying biscotti.
That's where
Biscotti
I
it
think
is,
I
yeah.
was leaning to.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
I'd say biscotti, and that was one of your two, right?
Yep,
So
it's one of
yeah,
my two.
let's do
Yeah.
biscotti.
Doing biscotti.
And then we'll save the Peach Pit. This is what was in my head. Peach Pit is perfect since it's a really hyped one. Put the Peach Pit in a head-to-head next week with Waving Cat.
Ooh. Two black market elites.
And-
Two of the Power 5 going up against each other.
And bring the belt back out for Monday Hash Live.
Okay. That's dope. I like doing things like that.
Okay, I really need water though, guys. Like, seriously. I wish I had a drink right now.
I'm craving a Faygo from the fridge.
I'm glad we hashed this out.
Yep. I'm glad we hashed this out. Clip it. Chat, clip it. Clip that chat.
Did I just see Dun? Yeah, hell yeah, Dun. I put biscotti on the story. Yee.
Smoking on a Hawaiian line by Resin. Hell yeah.
Good head to head with the animals. Wait. Good head to head with the.
Good
I don't
head
know.
to head with the animal star cookies. Yeah, biscotti.
I don't know.
Biscotti is a
Smoky on it.
good, competitor up against, star cookies that we just did.
Oh, thank you guys.
Oh,
Thank you. I know. Thank you. We worked through this. We once again hashed it out. That's a crazy jar, Done.
Resin does great
More
work.
recently, I think it's just probably because I've actually seen your story more recently because my account has gotten deleted and then I've refollowed. But he's had some crazy jars. You got all the jars that I would want. I don't know if you're a lime lover. It seems like it.
He is.
I personally also am a lime lover. So yes.
Yeah. We'll have to get a session here soon.
Actually, speaking of, because shout out Crack That Seal, which we will be coming back with episodes. I'm pretty sure this week. It's just I was under the weather, so I was not going to be doing all these hype jars sick. One of the first episodes will be the lime jar from
Bake?
Thank you, baked taters.
The taters.
Yeah, the taters.
What?
Baked taters.
You gonna make me bust out the taters? Come on, brother. I got the taters right here.
Throw it on top.
I'll throw them taters up. We're gonna smoke some
Oh, shit, I
taters
didn't
later
even
on the
clean my
year.
shit. You guys gotta tell me.
You haven't known. That's why I didn't get it.
I know,
I was
but
like,
I gotta go prime. This
I
guy.
need them shirt. Need them shirts. What? Let's go. Oh fuck yes. Y'all gotta get a quail on the show. Well, here on this show we'll probably never do any other state stuff or black market
Yeah.
stuff
No,
just
this
because
show,
this is
I mean-
just for Arizona. Like if you got Arizona hash, this is for you. All right, we're not gonna bring any out state bullshit to try to front or say it's better than your shit. No, bring your heat here from Arizona. Recreational, dispo, fucking black market, legacy market. You bring that shit here. We'll try it. We're not gonna judge you. We'll just judge you by your hash. Sorry in advance.
Okay, one, I have so many things to say. Tri-County is not AZ. Tri-County has never been on. This is Monday Hash Live. Tri-County, Crack That Seal is all those people. Quail would go on Crack That Seal. I think that's what he's saying.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I've seen quail at a lot of the shows I've been to. I've never picked up jars because none of them impressed me. And normally, if I'm picking up jars I can actually smell at a show, I go for like the top notch. But Yeah. For Crack That Seal, yes. Anyways, man. Whew.
I'm ready for the next dab.
Got me.
I'm gonna try it open.
Yeah, you crack it open. I'm finishing. I need I'm so high, I can't find anything.
Okay, because I've smelled Biscotti from Alien Labs, and it does. I've had the live resin, I've had their flour, I've had their pre-rolls, I've had their disposables, whatever. You name it, I've had them. Their carts, just so you know, they're cured resin, so it's a darker material, but it's got a fuller taste. So that's very similar to like the actual flour. Soapy,
Ooh.
cushy.
Everything he said I tuned out, and then he said soapy, and I was like, huh?
Soapy, cushy.
That's all you had to say. Oh, stop.
No.
Stop with the foreplay.
Like slightly chemi in there. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Is that an in-control tower? His? Mine? I got a bunch of different ones.
Mine's new, the black.
Yeah. I get mine from Mary's. I get mine from Mary's. He's got a bunch of them, and they're not expensive. So, like they're the what's that company with the disorderly? 710 coil quartz. So gets it done.
Ooh, both jars. I don't think we talked about it. I know he showed in the camera. Sexy looks. Definitely. I feel like a more wet look than Smacks in the past. Not that Smacks hasn't been, wet, but it's got that like wet look to it. Both jars.
Let me see if I can go to the camera real quick without it looking weird.
Sorry, I got behind. I got so high, then I got behind on cleaning everything. Only because I'm going my prime banger with my prime
These guys
tools.
were people that created the language that we speak when we play. So you really have to learn that as well. Language. Language. So you really have to learn that as well. Language.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Don't give me your shit.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I got behind. Now, the Biscotti from Smacks Hash. South Florida OG and Gelato 25. I could already smell it from here. It's got a very clean smell to it. Very soapy. Very soapy. Clean terps. Cleaner. Like very clean terps. Very like palatable. But also cleaner. Not chem, cleaner. Like a fucking straight cleaning product. But then,
A little chemi in there.
but soapy. I'm like hella behind on the chat because I'm so damn zooted. But we were talking about, or I was talking about loving lime terps. Another terp I personally go crazy for. That some people, when you tell them, they kind of freak out or they get scared. Soap. I love the soapy terp. That soapy terp. To me, that's the South Florida OG. It's clean ass.
Clean terps. Fire terps. Dumb. Something might
I
say.
feel like it's also it's gooey. It's damn near, it shares the sushi term. Like it shares the gummy. It's gummy, it's gooey, but it doesn't go into a candy realm. It stays in that cleaner kind of, I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like a soury. Very interested in this jar. I'm very curious if all that's gonna come through, because once again, I'm pretty stoked on this one. Like just off initial smells, looks, what I like, just personally what I like, yeah. Let's catch up with the chat real quick. Next reps, thank you, Charlie. I already saw that. Down on the show. Bending triphones, pastry jars. Not a hash maker. You like the bigger pill that comes with the bulk more than the original? Yes, because with the black, the bigger pillar, I don't know. I can go super low and not have a problem. When we take super big dabs, though, I still try to go, 5, 25, 30, because we be taking massive globs on the show. Don't be that. Whatever. You love the soap? No. Yes, I love the soap. New song would be cool, too.
Yeah.
I could see that. Okay. I'm a big fan. I grew RS11 soaps a few years ago. Oh, okay. It's not Zope. Zope, though, is different. Zope can be different. It can also be very soapy, but I love a good soap. High-ass producer hasn't changed the music.
Fuck you, dude.
Put some 09 Gucci on. No, we can, I don't think we can. That's why we always put that
random
background shit
unlicensed
on.
and stuff that's okay.
Soap isn't always soap. Thank you. Yes, love. I said that way before I read your comment. Same page, baby, same page. I don't remember you from any other episode, so welcome, Real Azul. But I'm zooted, so you could have very well. Anyways, thank you. I really don't know. Catching up with the chat now that I'm caught up, I don't really know what the problem with the music was.
He hated it.
What? What was it on?
Same music. It's the same music you play apparently. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
it's a playlist that's approved. Is that one? It's the one because it plays for like a good 3 minutes.
It plays for an hour.
Yeah, I know, but the same song plays for like a good 3 minutes. Here, there. Oh, see, no, I can't. No,
God
thanks.
damn
See,
it.
thanks, Hatch Trees. Thanks.
Hash Trees, all
Thanks.
because you
All
needed
'cause you
09
fucking
Gucci.
09 Gucci.
What do you think we are? You
God.
think we can just license 09 Gucci?
Yeah, do you
Like
want to
it's-
pay for that? All right, because I don't got the money for that.
We'll
ICE
start
does
taking
not have that budget.
donations. Donations.
I barely can afford the hash we're smoking. We're fucking damn near. How much are we damn near in? We're $400 in last episode.
Thank God.
Oh,
for Smack
Oh,
Stone.
thank God. See, whew. I didn't know. I didn't know if I had choose between my dog eating or him or me eating or putting gas in the car so we can both eat.
Oh
God.
Okay. Okay, guys. For all those bitching and complaining, get your torches ready or your little dumb Puffcos. Hey, I own a Puffco too. I'm
Yeah,
just
so
hating.
do I.
I'm just hating.
We can
right
hate
now.
because we're both
I'm
have
just-
them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we are about to go in. Second jar from Smacks today. The first jar was a nice solid showing. Again, I'll be interested to dab it more.
Do you want to grab the burrito?
Me? No. I like.
I'm
I
using
stick with
an
it.
AV York for that person who asked me like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, we didn't even. I had the coffee. We didn't even- Both
When
jars
you have
very
good terms,
loud.
you don't really need to
Exactly.
fucking worry about the palate. Just go, oh, what's that?
I am going to be annihilated.
Pull up to the head, he's like, fuck yeah. Yeah, just keep the Puffco in the car. Everybody's gotta have Puffco in the car.
Yeah. That's
Everyone.
Damn near where.
Staple. If you're a heady, you gotta have one. And if if you're extensive heady, you have a pivot in the pocket.
What's gonna? I keep wondering what the next thing is gonna be that they release, and they always surprise me. The
Yeah.
pivot came out of nowhere, surprised me. I always think it's gonna be another Puffco, and then they're like, oh, the pivot. And then the one time they were like, new product, hot knife, and then everyone loved that thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And they really always have some heady electronic shit that you're like, oh damn, it's the one thing I didn't think of. Even though I've been trying to think of it.
Yeah. Someone tag them so they can sponsor us.
Yeah, any sponsors.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah. They're trying to get us into fucking PubCon.
But here's the thing, quick little talk, and I'm not hating on anyone. If anyone does want to sponsor, it's not with stuff. We don't want stuff. We'll take sponsors. We can take sponsors, and they can sponsor for the show. But we're not taking stuff.
You've been up for a long time. I hate having to do that for
I don't mind an XL.
What do you even mean?
That means it takes more heat.
What? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Alright. I like their culture work.
They've got their consistency was always nice. This is that like it's not overly wet. I know I've said wet, but it's like still a consistency that you can grip. Basically like butter, like straight butter, just
Straight
soft
butter.
butter.
Wait, this way? Your samurai is wrong.
That's all we do on this show is fatties.
Your kung fu sucks.
Anyone just tuning in on, it's been nice. We actually had 10 people on Twitter. That's crazy. Anyone just tuning in, we're going in on the second jar from Smacks Hash. This jar being the Biscotti. Biscotti being South Florida OG and Gelato 25. To me, this one is South Florida all day.
First dab got y'all for
That
sure.
Clean Kush, what?
First dab got us all wired for sure.
Oh yeah, no. First dab destroyed me. I mean, I do feel like that happens a lot on this show, but. I feel like mine's fatter.
Yes, sir. Alright, I gotta go now. Cheers.
There you go. Cheers. Cheers. He's going in. Hopefully you're going in. Thank you for tuning in to Monday Hash Live, each and every one of you. See a lot of familiar faces, a lot of locals, a lot of friends, and then love seeing all the newbies that I don't know your names or where you're from or if you're local or not, but I love it. I love it all. I'm going lower. We're going...
I smoked many hash in my years, but that hash is pretty good.
Solid biscotti. Liar. That's good.
Very clean. Very clean.
chokes you up with its curves.
Soapy, clean, fire.
For sure, throat coat. Thank you. Got the throat coat. Biscotti lovers, South Florida OG lovers, soapy terp lovers, and like cleaner OG lover, like Clorox cleaner OG terp type lovers will love this.
I like that.
It's strong in that. It's strong in all those. Two note. And I did this last episode too. I went lower to test, just to make sure. Both burned a little bit dark. maybe not as dark as last week's episode, but both burned a little bit dark.
Ain't bad, though.
But yeah, nothing. I'm just saying, you know, to note.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah.
not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying to note it. Oh,
Don't
thank you. Let me play that a little bit. Yeah. If you like any of those, well, okay. So, and that's not even fair because I already forget who was talking to me about the banger or the pillar in the chat. I go, my low is not the same low in this because this pillar and this guy hold heat like no other. So,
He's saying you're not the same.
low to me used to be on the regular banger, let's say 475 to 5. But on this guy, I mean,
Just tell the truth, bro. You don't know.
wait. Oh, yes, that would be realizable. Yes. Yes. And then also, I'm getting lost in my own. The size of the dab. The size of the dab
Massive.
matters. On this show, I go probably 2 times to some of the episodes some of the episodes we've taken 0.5. So we've stopped doing that, but that was probably 0.3s. 0.3s.
Those are pretty big. Those are 4.3s, yeah.
And yeah, so that's probably double my normal size.
Yeah, but 0.5s last that one time. What episode was that? With what mids we were smoking in that episode?
Oh man.
It had to be some
Yeah, they
fucking
made
mids.
it do us like
It had to be some
Mr.
fucking
Honey.
mids. Yeah. Mr. Honey, it won first place. Wasn't
I know, but half a gram of that.
You guys
That's
are mean.
killed.
You guys were mean. Mean people out here. Please take it out of that, yeah, sure. Do it for Arizona. And then talk shit to Arizona.
Okay. Both those jars, you know, what I have to compliment is it's not that you often find a ton of kush in hash. You know, it's not just like it's crazy. It's been more prevalent, but both jars have just great kush elements. What's great is the genetics these guys have. I mean, they've really got their genetics locked in, and they've got great genetics. So that's what shows. And so both jars super cushy, but different. And then the one jar was even different, kind of between the 2 years I've had it. Biscotti, I don't remember the last time I've had biscotti, but I'm very familiar with biscotti. Man.
That's based off everything you just said.
Okay. Yes. Okay. It's good. It's good. Anyways, I was just blabbing. I'm blabbing. What I like is that this dab was not like the first one. I'm not overly stimulated.
Yeah, I'm really
Creaminess.
light cream because it's more soapy.
I don't know if I would say I got any creaminess. I don't know. But that's one dab in. I went at, where did I go in at? I went in at 510. 510 or 500, I feel like. Whoa. But that was on a fatty ass dab. If I gave the first jar an 8.1, this jar I really like. Maybe it's because, just for the record, maybe it's because I don't have anything to stack it up to. I was doing the kind of comparison game with the first jar. Man, I'm gonna say, what did I give that? I gave that real scale. You're gonna give it a what? 8.9? 8.9? I'm gonna go. I'm trying to think. It's definitely, I mean, damn, it's probably gonna be one of my top 5, I wanna say. I can't even remember my top 5 right now, but I really like the kush that comes off of this. I'm gonna go 8.5. 8.5. Berserky said 8.3. I almost went 8.3. I was in that range. I was debating, but 8.5. It had a soapy throat coat, and I like that terp. If you don't like that, if you're not a kush lover, you're probably not gonna have it, maybe as high, but it's quality. It has awesome nose that then translate exactly the terps, I feel. That's what I really like about this jar. Pretty much, it translates real well. What you smell is what you get. So if you don't like the soap thing, probably not your thing. Yeah. What I like. I like. What's the rating? I said 8.5.
8.9.
You said 8.9. 8.5, 8.9. I'd try it. It is.
Me hace sentir muy relajado.
To me,
muy
this
relaxed.
jar for the one dab off, this jar takes the belt between the two for me. This is a contender, and I love. Yeah, that's crazy. That connected clone only. It really is. It really is like perfect biscotti representation.
Oh shit.
Leaning into the South Florida a lot. Suited.
This episode, yeah, there you go. This episode today was brought to you.
Yeah.
Brought to us by Good Hash. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. When it's good hash, we're in a good mood. And
Uh-huh.
It's not no nothing to talk about.
Exactly. And forever, yeah. A great showing by a true Power 5 to make some people get off my back for a little bit. But yeah.
Had to cleanse the channel of bad hash with good hash. Yeah, definitely. Last week's episode was fucking
But we're gonna keep putting some of these to the test. So, in case you're just tuning in, we have 2 more Smacks jars. Saving them for the next 2 episodes. Next episode we'll put the locally famed Peach Pit 8 against one of the jars from one of the other Power 5, Waving Cat Hash. Again, this is our Power 5, so you can have your own power or whatever.
Yeah. Also, someone in the DM saying, do more than 2 fucking reviews. Throw another one in. Do 3. And we're like, first off, Arizona does not have enough hash for that. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. And if you can get us enough hash, feel free. But again, we're not. It's hard to drive an hour for a factory of hash or be envious of any other hash at any other dispensary. And it's just, you don't make enough hash in Arizona. Please make more.
No, hold up, wait. Calm down with all that, because I've been appreciative that these last few episodes have at least been people of, again, putting their, that's why I call it the Power 5, because these people are at least, they are trying with their best intent. Unlike some companies just trying to pump out hash because they know it's the thing that they have to have on the shelf or whatever. But that's why I call them the fucking Power 5 though, is because most of, there's some integrity there, and they actually care about genetics. Integrity when it comes to genetics and what they're trying to do.
So we're gonna take a break sometime in a few months. It's gonna run out.
Yeah.
We'll probably gotta take a small break.
No, but what's great is people like Waving Cat Hash. They just had a drop, so more hype stuff there. We'll go put them to the test. Obviously, last week we talked about it. We'll eventually again put Abundant to the test because they're called on so much. And then even behind the scenes, we're not focused on it right now, but to note, this is a hash show, has to be mentioned, and we talked about it kind of early in the episode, but of a different company. But Grow Science is dropping a bunch of full milk that looks very enticing. I don't know if it's like to retouch. Don't know if it's going to be true 6-star. That'll be a great question for Maz. But either way, I have high hopes. And maybe not this drop because I think it just dropped.
Did you see Sticky drop live resin? So they're coming up on the rosin.
Oh, Sticky
drop.
Saguaro.
Sticky
Okay,
Saguaro
see
drop
something
live
else to
resin.
know. See, good hash note, good hash news note. So Sticky Saguaro, who I think the Valley, or I mean, at least on my page, again, if you follow me, that whole thing, considered the best local dispensary. They are throwing their hat into the rosin world off their own grow, obviously. So they've been putting bud out more recently, and so now they're gonna do that bud in hash form.
They don't have a hash per se.
But not yet.
No.
Okay. But of
I'm
course,
aware
see that's another
I mean,
episode right there.
they only have live resin. so
At
I'm
least
only
one
assuming.
jar, not a whole episode. We're not doing whole episodes of every company, but that's a jar. We'll seek out.
Live resin?
No.
Oh, shit.
But once they go to the rosin,
Okay, cool.
once they go, I know that's off, but I'm saying when it happens, this show will cover it. I'm trying to brag on that. I don't know why you did that to yourself.
I'm stuck here in this corner like Make sure everything runs. I literally have my foot propping one of the lights up.
No, we're talking about Sticky. Ha! Sticky's in-house flour was toilet water. Damn! Who's that rosin jar? It's Smacks.
Who's that rosin jar?
Maybe the third jar. Yeah. Okay, here's the other thing about the third jar thing. See, he got all ahead of himself.
No, someone was in my DM saying they wanted third jar.
No, I know, but I'm saying that was just reason one why we don't do a third jar. Reason two, and a very big reason, again, you're
Palette.
talking crazy expensive show. We talked about this last episode. This show already costs a shit ton. We don't have sponsorship yet. To add a third jar, again, this show, sponsored by Smacks, donated. That's one of the few helpers is when the companies do want our true opinion. Again, I've already been over this though. We've had plenty of jars that were donated that get bad scores can come, and that's the thing about this show. You can be a free jar that gets a 3, and that's what can be deadly.
People upset.
Yeah, so we tell everyone, like, we chase you if you're out there and you're new, but don't be seeking us out unless you got some fire.
The Oof Tech. I've already won it. We've had the Oof Tech.
We've had the Oof
Yeah,
Tech.
you've reviewed it. Check it out on YouTube.
I actually, not a fan of the Oof Tech actually.
Really?
After having 2 jars, having tried 3 jars, having 2 of my own, smoking 3, and all really like great noses, but just didn't
Diet
really
Turk?
deliver.
Diet Turk.
Like
No
a little
way.
bit, yeah.
That would explain because
Disappointing.
is it 2 strains?
Disappointing.
Is it 2 strains?
Yeah, and it's that's what I
So
think.
they have to
this
be
is-
cooking them.
this
They
is-
have to get it back.
So this is my thing. I don't want to hate on that tech, but I just feel like essentially that tech is, hey, I'm gonna take my mid cold cure and douse it with really smelly jam.
Yeah, okay, I can see.
And now you almost have almost two mid products,
'Cause-
depending on the quality of it.
And then again, if anyone knows how jam is made, if it's done wrong, it can
That's-
end
yeah.
up being
Yeah, so
super
then
mid.
you're
You
like-
could just end up cooking your turps.
Yeah.
But you have to be doing it right and to get that proper jam consistency.
The jars smell insane, but I feel like they lost smell quicker than other jars. But even aside from that, in the first days of dabbing them, they didn't like.
And I mean, hey, you got famous hashers, focusing on the prospects.
Yep. Exactly. Jam's producing great notes.
I want less exploration and the jam. Let me check, yeah, let me see. I want less exploration. What else? I'm sorry.
It was a solid Smacks episode.
Definitely.
We'll wrap it up.
Do we have anything to talk about?
We kind of covered in the beginning, which was nice. We covered last week's episode. Smack.
Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Smack's episode, putting one of the Power 5 to the test. Solid showing. Almost reversal of what I would have thought. For whatever reason, I wasn't like super excited for this biscotti. I've even had some friends or people in the DMs, whatever, being like giving me reviews, and but after trying it, I'm actually feel like I'm like this one more than other people. And then I really expected to love the Animal Star cookies because I remember it from my past, but solid. Again, I'll be taking more dabs of this and putting this to the test. Love the nose, but not exactly what I remember. Look, it kind of is even. Take another whiff of it. That's the Animal Star.
Oh shit.
Yeah, right? See?
Yeah, I kind of want.
These jars.
See that? I'm gonna keep this over here so I can give it a dab after the show.
Do it now.
Oh,
do it with the shot.
All right, yeah.
Why not? That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
If you want a third dab, we'll just take it from the jar. See?
Yeah, we'll give it a second
Yeah.
review to see if our review's solid.
Yeah.
We're auditing the reviews. That's ridiculous. No, it looks really, eye appealing, so I'm gonna try it. The question: hash, more? The comment: of course, the concern, more hash. That's good.
Okay, now I'll convert with this.
When she's wondering what I'm thinking about all day. Hash. Just hash. I'm here for the hash. And that's all we're here for. The chem. Of the stars.
Car season. Car season all day. I love you. Who is that? Whoever that is, I so appreciate that. That is a great question for this chat.
Car season? Oh. Yeah, I would like the car
If this
season
is
back.
if this is not a friend, you don't understand. You literally just ask the question that's in our friend group that we've been fighting about for the last 5 days.
Hate the Star Wars bullshit.
Every one of my friends hated the car season, but luckily, I knew it. It had to be Kyle. Yes.
Hey, Pray to Ray would kind of, give it off. We didn't read.
Oh, I didn't read
That
that.
makes
I didn't read that. Oh, my bad. Damn it.
That's not Kyle,
Pray
that's
to
Ray.
Joy.
That's
Pray to
Kyle.
Ray.
Fucking just giving them out. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try it.
I love that car season. And this Star Wars season, okay, I know you like Star Wars, but fuck, we're just playing Battlefronts. I hate it. Fucking pissing me off. Plus I was so good at last season. Now I'm ass.
You were always ass.
You mean carrying your ass? Is that what you mean to say?
You were always ass.
I have literal evidence. Don't make me bring the receipts. Don't make me bring the receipts onto the show. I'll do it. I'll do it. Right now, I'll make my own producer pull up clips of me carrying him. Second dab of Animal Star at a real low.
Every time I smoke this, it makes my voice just go fucking high. This is nice to keep it for sure.
Fuck. I gave that an 8, right?
Yeah. And I gave it an 8-1.
8-1.
I like it. I think, again, I got more dessert going lower, which I expected, and I was hoping, I was kind of, but again, I think for me personally, I keep comparing it to the first time I had it. Not that it's bad, it's solid, just not what I remember as good. To my personal experience. Solid ass jars though for a solid ass episode. And that's the funny thing is I feel like obviously last week's episode carried more hype amongst the community because of the person behind it and all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of what drives. But loved seeing everyone show up for this episode because just in case you're not a local or if you're not in deep to the hash scene, this has always been a company I've stood by. Solid ass work always. Both of us gave all 8s today. Came out to I feel like a more unknown. I think the hasher might be in the chat, but I don't know if they want that. I don't know if that. I keep. Oh yeah, I think it is public knowledge. I can always forget. He did tell me, but he's actually he is part of.
Oh, he said he's here. Yeah.
Smack. He is part of Smacks. He is part of Smacks. That's the thing is he is actual. Yeah. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
The Hasher's an actual person?
No,
fucking shit.
He's like a partner or whatever. I don't know how that goes.
The Hasher is a partner in the Hash.
I hate you.
You got me.
Of the company.
The Hasher is part of the company.
Whatever, fine. I'm too high and I don't.
That was fun. Alright.
Fuck you.
Did y'all mention where the band is currently found? You can find it locally if you know, really. Just, a couple of reps here, a couple reps there. If anybody knows anybody, reach out to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. If you know type moment.
In the streets.
But, yeah.
Where can you find it? In the streets.
Fuck anyone. Fuck all y'all.
She belongs to the streets.
You know what I meant if you're giving me shit right now because I can't even see because these fucking lights taking that shit.
Just look at that one. I need to get a bigger
they
TV
call
for
it
you.
Animal Star cookies because as soon as you dab it, it's like you're seeing the stars. My shit, it's doing that. I forget what they call it when you drive at night and you see the blur.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
what's
There you go. My bad. I should.
All episodes.
Oh yeah.
This fool's making. Oh. I would fire him, but I need him.
fucking made it bigger so he can see barely.
I hate it.
You're so old, okay?
Shut up.
27 does
It's
not look good on
clear.
you.
It's just clear.
Oh, it's
now.
not a dispo. So it's not a dispo. It's a.
No,
it's,
this one's not a dispo thing. On this show, it's all Arizona, but we review black market, legacy market, dispo market, rec market, and personal home grows.
That's funny.
Which, you know, there's one that I need to mention. I mean, since there's a little bit of
And then
time
there's a
here.
third joke. What the fuck is going on in the chat? This is too funny. Like, I'm reading the chat like an idiot.
Fucking,
Yes, they're. Fuck.
I'm excited for what's his name, Happy Turtmore.
Oh, he's got more stuff?
Yeah, he's working.
That's
he's,
awesome.
He's been working on something
That's
that
awesome.
he's excited to give us.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, that's
a home grow.
From when we
That's
first
a
met
home
him,
grow.
where he's going, what he's doing now,
Exactly.
that's phenomenal. Anyone
That's
can,
what's great.
anyone can do it. I love that.
Keep at it,
Yep.
and that's the thing is,
I gotta stop trolling this man. Okay, hold on. All right, you gotta read it. It's funny as fuck.
I hate y'all.
Okay. Okay. I don't know where it starts. Go to Sketchy Alley between Bambi and Forest. Ask for Little Joe. He'll get you sorted. That's where you get that. He'll get you sorted. Nah, Little Joe, you're gonna hurt him. Little Joe is big, blurry, muscular guy. Gotta see Big Joe before you get Little Joe, though. And then there's a third Joe. Uncle Joe. I forgot about the third Joe. I can't. I fucking. That's why I was laughing, but I could not stop laughing. That's Little Joe henchman. Oh fuck. I need to. Oh, see that was good.
Yeah.
Are we done here?
You stand by your. You
The
stand by the
8?
exact 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, I even.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8.
Solid.
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 Yeah.
8-1
8-1.
for me. Solid.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
If you guys got nothing for us, once again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the staying till this late and chatting and dabbing and having laughs. Thank you if you tuned in for even 2 seconds because you mistakenly thought you were going to a different webcast.
Yeah,
Give us
true.
those views.
Yes, definitely.
And then again, all the homies, appreciate you watching. Appreciate Smacks Hash.
Shout out to Twitch X. I mean,
Thank you anyone that watched anywhere. We do this most Mondays. It's all about the Arizona Hash. He's IG Hashington.
that's
I'm
AZ